Welcome back. We are in our last session for ESL Level 4, and this will be our 8th video. So welcome back, scholars. We are still going to be available for you, Chris and myself, at this particular email address. Let us know what you're doing, how things are going, and if we can help you with anything. So please let us know that. So let's get on because we have a lot to do today. What I wanted to share with you was that last month in November, there was Veterans Day. And Veterans Day is a day in which we honor all those people who have served in the armed forces. It could be any one of those particular branches. And you'll generally see people like this marching down the street. We'll see more and more women in these parades today. Now, the other one is Memorial Day, and that's the difference, a more solemn day. And that's the day in which we used to do it more in the past than we do today, but we remember those who have died in service. So a lot of times people go out to graves, or they might have a flag day, but it's the day in which we remember those who have given their last great effort. And the various branches are at the bottom. This very first one is the Army. The second is the Marine Corps, which is under the Navy, but we don't tell them that. We just tell them that they're under us. And then there is, of course, this is the Navy. We have the Navy, and then there's the Air Force. What do I call that? The Sky Force? Or Space Force. Space Force. That's the newest one. That's the one that President Trump has recently developed so that we can really maintain protection over the globe. Actually, anyone who controls the skies above our globe will control the globe itself. The Coast Guard, and they are the ones who patrol all of our waterways and along the larger bodies of water, the Pacific and the Atlantic, who help particularly with drug enforcement. But they're there in all manner of ways. And this is the reserve unit. These are people who have, they're on standby, they're ready to go. Memorial Day is the last Monday in May. So that's the difference between the two. Now, what's on tap for today? We're going to review the common misspoken mistakes. We talked about them before. We're going to review some of the, oops, is that the same thing? Pronoun. We're talking about pronouns. I think I know what I left off of there. We're going to do a little quiz, a little review. So I know you probably called me out on that. You probably saw it because you guys are sharp. We'll do a little bit on pronouns and commands. We'll also have a word from the word. That's our last piece before we finish up. Okay, this is kind of a cool thing. Can you see the? Oh, there they go. That's little. Can you see little question marks coming up? They are to say that we're about ready to have a quiz. All right, just a quick quiz. So we said, is this correct? True or false? John ordered an other drink. Is that true or is that false? False. But you got that. How about this one? Not that coat, the other one. True or false? You got it. You usually do. So remember, other usually means different, not the same one. Another means an additional one. Okay, let's try this one. If boys can do it, so can girls. Did I use that correctly? Do or make? What do you think? Nothing. What it was supposed to say was, what do you think it was supposed to say? That's correct. If boys can do it, girls can do it too. Because do is expressing action. And the other, did you do dinner reservations for us? How about that one? No, that's wrong. That was for the last one. That was your belated cheer. And this one, that means the dinner reservations. It should have been what? Did you make dinner reservations for us? Okay, so we're working on the sounds. We'll get there. eventually. Okay, we're talking about equal and fair. She cut the apple into 2 fair parts. What do you think? True or false? All right, false. And we don't get our sound. But, so it would be 2 equal parts. 2 of the same measure or quantity or number. How about this one? Mary earned an A equally. Is that correct? What do you think? Right. So it was fair that she earned it, not equally. All right. I knew you guys do that. All right. It still wants to do some more of our mistakes. Now we were talking about common spoken mistakes, and with this is any mistake can always be erased. No big deal. The best thing about making a mistake is you learn from it. So we were talking about common spoken mistakes, and one of the important things about that is, as soon as you speak, people will know your level of English. So it's important to have a sense of these. And the best way to do it is just to hear it, say it over and over. All right. Now, one of the things we're going to look at today is the word difference between fun and funny. They seem to be pretty obvious, but sometimes they aren't. Fun simply means to enjoy yourself. Here's an example. I had fun bungee jumping off the bridge yesterday. Oh, there it is. Watch him. There he goes. See him? He's the guy in the sweatshirt. His arms are outstretched. There he goes. He's going. He's going. There he goes. There he goes. That's fun, right? Doesn't that look like fun? And I don't know if he quite touches the water. And then it springs him back again. Now, whether that's your kind of fun or not, I don't know. But some people consider that to be fun. Now, funny generally is something humorous. It'll make you smile or laugh. Like, watching that kitten come out of a bag was funny would be a sentence. So let's watch a kitten come out of the bag. There he is. There they go. There they go. So those are 2 distinctions. Okay, come back and go back. Commonly confused. Come back means to move towards the speaker. When she called me to come back, I came immediately. Well, maybe you'll know why now. She's calling us, but she's kind of spooky though, isn't she? Yeah, a little too spooky for me. But she's calling us. Come back. Okay, go back. Now, to go back means to go away from the speaker. Here's an example. After I deliver the package, I will go back. And let's watch. There she goes. She's gone away. Even the gate's closing behind her. Bless her heart. Okay. So those are some very common words that sometimes get confused. All right. Now, let's build a little bit. Sorry for getting in front of the camera. All right. This means we're going to be building some sentences. All right. So let's watch it build. And what we were doing, we're calling it building because we're really using sentence diagrams. And the sentence diagram will be putting pieces together. And by putting these pieces together, you'll see how all the parts fit, because there's only 8 main parts of speech. And if you know those, they'll just come together. We're going through them in an elementary fashion. Stuff's pretty easy, but once you see how they all go together, you'll see that you can take a very long sentence and you can diagram every single piece, and you'll see how each piece helps the other piece. All right, so we're going to look at pronouns and commands. So now they look a little different, but someone might say, well, how's a pronoun a command, but how do they relate? Well, you'll see in a second. Now, just to review, I call them the 8 great. There's only 8 parts of speech. And I just wanted to remind you about those because if we, whoops, thank you. If you can know these, you got a sense of those, you know that somewhere in that sentence, you're going to find one of these. You know, they're always going to be at least 2, right? You're always going to have a noun, you're always going to have a verb. So, and we talked about the nouns and the verbs. Look a little bit at the pronouns today. So there's 8 groups. So this first is the nouns, pronouns, verbs, and adjectives. If we had another class, we were going to do adjectives. They're the fun ones. They're lots of fun because they're the descriptive ones, and you can make up all kinds of fun sentences. And then there's adverbs, and we will get the rest. The rest come down? Nope. There we go. Operator L, there we go. Prepositions and conjunctions and interjections. You know, those 8, you're pretty good. You don't have to even know that this is a conjunction or that's a verb or that's an adjective. You'll be able to see how they go together. If you see how they go together, then you'll know that, oh, read, book. Oh, that's clarifying, like saying something more about it, whether you knew that's an adjective or not. The terms aren't important, just knowing how to do it and not make these kind of mistakes. Okay, so I just want to mention that as a review. So let's look at pronouns for a moment, but let's first compare them with a noun. So if I said Susie, she would be a noun. We said it was a what? Person or a place, a thing, or a sort of state of being like is, are. So Susie is a noun, a book is a noun, and Mrs. Kai was my economics teacher. Okay, pronoun. So how will we handle a pronoun? She or her, instead of referring to Susie. The book, it. And Mrs. Kai, I or me. So we use different pronouns that take the place of different nouns. So you can see in here, these are, is this working or should it be over here? You can't see it, can you? Okay, well, what I wanted to say is, and I'm just gonna slip over here a second, you know, these can be used the same way. They're just used this way, except one of these is not here. They come down. There we go. There we go. So these are your nouns. These are, and these would actually, you can use them you can use them in place of those, and they refer to them. Okay, I apologize for the technical errors. You can blame it on Melanie. Okay, let's do the next one. So, examples of an imperative sentence that's a command would be something like go, stay, sit. Now we know how to diagram 2 other sentences. We've done declarative sentences, an interrogative, like a basic statement, and an interrogative sentence, which is a question. You'll notice how they're all short. Where's the subject? Because actually I could have put a period after each one. And if I did, what would be the subject? We don't have any nouns in there. The noun is you, and it's implied. So by being implied, it means you know it's there, but it's not written out. So let's go on. So the subject of a command is the person or thing that you're talking to. So we say that the subject of a command is understood to be you. It's understood meaning you don't see it, but you're aware of it. But so how do we diagram that if it's not one of the words? Well, we diagram the understood you by putting parentheses around it. All right. Okay, now these are easy. Remember, I know you guys all know this stuff, but we're going to build on all this, and we have the next semester to really build on all of this. So let's diagram a couple of easy ones. Remember, whenever we create a diagram, we're always going to have our horizontal line, and it's separated. We're going to put our subject, our noun, and our verb. I mean, that's the most basic part of it. So that's an easy one there. Okay, so how would you diagram that? You got it. That's understood because even though it's not in the sentence, those parentheses means it's understood. So go. And when we do this, notice we keep the capital because that's where it was in the original sentence. Saying one, you got it. You stay. Stay. Tell my dog that all the time. Stay. He doesn't stay, but stay. And then he sat. Now, why did I put parentheses around he? What's he? He's pronoun. So we have that as a complete sentence with the pronoun in there. Now, these are very easy ones. And once you get the structure, you can build on it. Remember, we had these pictures of the foundation of the house. We built the foundation, and then we built the first floor, and then we put the other floor on, and then we put the ceiling. That's what we're doing. Okay, so let's do something with do a little exercise. Now, these are all pronouns in here, and I'll read it, and you tell me where there are pronouns. I wanted the book, so he bought it for me. Where are our pronouns? I, okay. Me, okay. He, and it. Okay, so you got them all. All right, second one, B. I would like a glass of milk. Please ask the waiter if he has any. By the way, we'll be able to diagram these sentences. We will take all of these, we'll be able to diagram them. And it's kind of fun. It's fun, it's visual too. Okay, I would like a glass of milk. Please ask the waiter if he has any. Where, okay, there's our first pronoun. Our he is a pronoun, any. Oh, went to the next one already, but. So John lost the key. Have you seen it? Well, we know you is a pronoun, and it is a pronoun. The next one, the neighbors are selling candy. I'm going too fast with my finger. Did you buy the chocolates from them? Did you? Well, did you? All right. You. We had them. We had them. I'm not quite sure why we're back here. Let's see what happens after this. Oh, this is what. We're going to get a word from the word. Now, a word from the word. I'm not sure if you can see that, but we've got someone speaking into this person's ear, and this is sort of the scriptures opening up the word of life. That's kind of corny, but that was my little creation there. But what I wanted to do is tell you a story about a friend. Now, this person is very interesting. I went to high school with her 55 years ago, and this is where we went to school. That's Woodlawn High School. And this person is very popular. You can see her picture here. And she was a great athlete, horseback rider. Interesting thing about my friend is that she became extremely successful. Actually, I would say internationally known. She did things like this. Her artwork, known particularly for her artwork, we'll see something unique about that in a moment. Books and poetry she's written. I think over, there was 100. Music, autobiographical movies. She even starred in her own movie. And there's a new movie coming out, and I'm going to play a piece of that where her song is in I Am Not Alone. And CEO of her own organization. That's a chief, what's a chief something officer? Chief...
Executive.
Chief?
Executive.
Executive, that's it. Chief executive. So she runs the whole deal. It's called Johnny and Friends. Actually, I think I gave it away, didn't I? Sought after, she's a sought after speaker, consultant. Who is this individual who is, oh, her accomplishments go on and on. I mean, that's a very small amount. We could show all the books and the artwork and all these kinds of things. She's Johnny Erickson Tada. Now, the reason why she's named Joni is her dad was named John. Johnny was hoping to have boys. Well, the interesting thing about the Ericksons, her father and her uncles, they were these four brothers, and they were wrestlers, great athletes, and what do you know? Her dad got all girls. So, and they did all kinds of things. They rode horses, they did everything guys did. She was a tremendous athlete in high school. Now, this is her in her studio, but there's something unique about her. She's a quadriplegic. Quadriplegic means 4 of her limbs are not used. Now she has here these sort of braces, and she kind of used them a little bit, but she's bound to a wheelchair. And that's her life. I was a senior, she was a junior in high school, and I think it was that summer that she was in a diving accident. She hit her head, caused some spinal injury, which affected her arms and legs, and she can't walk. Incredible individual. This is what I wanted to play for you. Oh, one more picture. This is her picture. This is how she draws. This is how she came into prominence. In fact, she drew something for me, and I never got it signed, but that was like 50 years ago. We didn't know. She was sketching it. It was amazing what she could do with her mouth. I want to go back because I want to play something for us and see if I can get it. I want to play. Oh, by the way, I got permission from Johnny and friends to use these pictures and to use this music. So let's see if I can find it for you. Let me see. There it is. That's your story. You don't want to go there. Sorry, folks. I'll be with you just a second. I thought I had these up, but I guess I didn't. I really want you to hear this, so pardon me while I stumble around here. I'll go to YouTube, and it's probably where I'll find it. I did get permission, so I'm not hijacking this. So maybe or maybe not. Let's see here. I'll do Johnny. Oh, by the way, Johnny Erickson's, her uncle was a minister at our church down in Baltimore. It's where we used to live. And here it is. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm going to fast forward it a little bit. Maybe. One of the interesting things was in that that one quote, it said she would prefer to be in a wheelchair if she was healed inside rather than to be walking and not be healed inside. And maybe I just can't show this thing. It's a beautiful song. Alone or Not Alone, and it comes from the movie that it's in. So I guess I won't take any more of your time then. But I did want to share with you that at least this last piece. That's not in there. Well, what happened here? Not doing too well, guys, today. Oh, I really got a good one for you if I can get. Well, this is the actual quote that we would have seen. My wheelchair was the key to seeing all this happen, especially since God's power always shows up best in weakness. So here I sit, glad that I have not been healed on the outside, but glad that I've been healed on the inside. Healed from my own self-centered wants and wishes. So we've come to our end, and if you could see my last slide, it says, y'all come back now, and it has these people saying, come on, come on, come on, come on, and I'm not going to hold you any longer. So I want to thank you for sticking with us for this entire time. We love you guys, and we really miss you, and we hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Oh, actually, you already had Thanksgiving, didn't you? Because we're in December now. And certainly the holidays coming up, a very sacred time for us when we think about the fact that God came to us to redeem us. So blessings to you all, and we'll, Lord willing, see you very soon. Take care.